Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
Within a database, indexes are a way of sorting a table by values contained in one or more fields. The advantage to creating indexes is that they may speed up query processing when used. However, as the user of the database management system, most of the time you can only choose to create indexes within the tables, not when they will be used. The database management system will decide when and if to use those indexes that you have made available. While there are some vendor-specific exceptions, this is most often the rule. Take care when creating indexes to ensure that you do not create many unnecessary indexes on fields that will rarely, if ever, be queried. It is possible to actually decrease query performance by including many unnecessary indexes on tables within the database. Here are some general guidelines to assist you in deciding what indexes to create on the tables within your database. First, only index tables that have a variety of different data types within their fields. Second, indexing is more efficient if the data in your indexed fields gives each record a more unique identification, like a primary key field would. Indexing is not usually necessary on fields that have multiple repeating values. Third, you really only need to index fields which are used for criteria in queries. For example, if you are creating many queries that find records based on phone numbers, you may want to create an index on the field that contains the phone numbers. Assuming your table fields have met these criteria, it can be useful to apply an index to the desired fields to increase the sorting and processing capabilities of data in queries. The core SQL statements used to create indexes are shown. Note that there are two different statements used to create an index that only allows unique values and an index that allows duplicate values. Also be aware that the syntax for creating indexes varies between relational database management systems, so you should check the documentation for the system that you used. To create a standard index that allows duplicate field values, the core SQL is create index, then the index name parameter, on, followed by the table name parameter, then the field name on which you want to create the index within parentheses. To create a unique index that does not allow for duplicate field values, use the create unique index SQL statement, followed by the index name, then on, followed by the table name, and then the field name in parentheses. Note that in both these examples, index name is the name that you want to give to the index. The table name parameter is the name of the table that contains the field to index, and the field name parameter is the name of the field within the table to index. Also note that many relational database management systems will allow for the creation of a multi-field or composite index. This is often created when the two fields have a logical relationship to one another, such as a first name and last name field. While the implementation of composite index creation will vary by RDBMS, the general syntax is as follows. Create index, then the index name, on, then the table name, then within parentheses the first field as part of the multi-field composite index, then a comma, then the second field as part of the composite index. If you would like to see an example of creating indexes within Access 2013, you can see the example shown on screen. Here we have the create index command, and then the name of the index, which will be lnindex, on, the name of the table, and then the name of the field within that table within parentheses, ended with a semicolon. To then create the index, we'll just run this query, and then we'll open up the table in design view to see the index that we've created. Now, like many SQL statements, you will find that the create index statement tends to be more complex within the actual vendor implementations. If you would like to view the SQL used to implement the create index statement within MySQL 5.7, SQL Server 2012, and Access 2013, you can find that information at the following hyperlinks.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.